Good morning or good afternoon. My name is Lior Student, and I'm the founder of Make a Point. And today you're here to learn all about crafting the right call to action for the right customer. When you are meeting a customer, whether it's a first meeting or a third meeting or anywhere in the sales cycle, you always want to move them from what we call the audience before they heard your message, to the audience after, which is the audience after they heard your message. And you're taking them on a journey, whether you're presenting for 10 minutes or a meeting of an hour, whatever it may be, you're moving them with your content, with your messages to the audience after. And the audience after has the key takeaways and the call to action. Now, the audience can absorb about 3 messages in a 20-minute period. But then comes the call to action, because what do you want them to do with everything you've just told them? What do you want them to do with the key takeaways? And you want to activate them. It's not enough to deliver the message. It's not enough for the audience to receive the message. They actually have to take it and then do something with it in order to move you along the sales cycle forward. So what does a call to action have? And there are 3 elements you see on the right-hand side. Let's dive in to those 3 elements. Now, the call to action, believe it or not, is one single sentence. And if you need to breathe in the middle of it, it means it's simply too long. But that one sentence needs to have 3 elements. You need to tell the audience what you want them to do, why they should do it, if you want to, in order to achieve something. Then you tell them what you want them to do. What is it? And I'll give you examples. And they need to know how to actually do it and when to do it. And the when to do it can be a date. It can sometimes be before next week, by the end of the month, before the end of the year. And sometimes it can be before something happens or after something happens. So that's the one sentence call to action. Now, I do recommend having a call to action slide, but sometimes you can simply say it out loud, but do not leave the room without a call to action. Get them to do something. And here's the thing, just to inform them is not a call to action. To have another meeting, not a call to action. You need something to activate them, because the more active they are in the process, the more results you will get. Now, you can have actual calls to action. For example, you see here in the list, you can ask them to prepare for something or prepare an alternative for something, identify 2 areas, maybe for a POC, try something for a month, define short-term needs for something, choose from different options. Sometimes it's ranking different options, so they actually have to think about what you've given them, deciding how to move forward, maybe approval. And sometimes you have calls to action, especially in larger events, where you want people to think about, ask yourself, challenge yourself, consider. These are things that at least you're activating them in considering something or really thinking about it later. You ready for some examples? Nice examples? So let's take a look. This is an example, and you actually have a template for call to action slides. You have 2 templates. So what I would look at here is that you actually have the call to action, the why and the what, and below you have the when. This is usually speaking to a more technical audience. To eliminate inaccurate compliance reporting, implement real-time data monitoring before your next technology stack review. That's one. Let's look at another one. This is for a larger event or a conference you're speaking at. To reduce valuable agent search time, deploy a unified knowledge management platform before the end of the year. Again, you can say it, you can show it on a slide, you can do both, but you don't have to exactly read it the way it's written. You can say it in a different way. Often what I like is to have the speaker begin with, I invite, I urge, I suggest, I recommend. So it's not please ever do this for me. No, they're not doing you a favor. You're inviting them to do this. Let's take a look at another example. Proof of value, CX1 proof of value. Sometimes you can have in the call to action a question. Want to see how it'll work for you? To eliminate the friction from customer interactions, share 1 month's interaction data to set up CX1 proof of value. When? And here you give them an exact date. So they can either say yes or no, or suggest a different date. It may sound like you're putting them on the spot, but it gets results. Always have a when. When you don't have a when, things will never move forward. Another example, which is usually, of course, for a demo, ask them, ready for a tailored demo? Notice, tailored or customized, so they don't feel like it's just a generic demo. Want a good night's sleep? Want a stable platform? Those were specific customer pain points. Start by sharing with us the 2 most relevant use cases so we can tailor the demo to your needs. When? By the end of the week or by the end of next week. And finally, let's take a look at another demo related call to action. Ready for a demo? Get them excited. To decrease scheduling efforts, schedule an employee engagement manager demo for your WFM team. Sometimes it's really important to say who this is relevant for. When? Again, a date, September 10th. They can say yes, they can say no, but either way, they will have to respond. Responding is part of activating them. They will tell you maybe what they want in the demo, but it moves the conversation forward. And that's what a call to action is for. So remember, it's not enough to deliver the message. It's not enough for the audience to catch it. They need to actually take these messages, these key takeaways, and do something about it. And that's what your call to action is for.